Eso. Eso, venga. 5, venga. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eso. Enjoy.
Para el siguiente lado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The press conferences have concluded, and Canelo had his first day of training camp today, which was so intense that Terence Crawford felt compelled to respond. After their confrontation in New York, it was clear that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford harbored bad blood, and the upcoming bout was becoming more violent than fans had expected. Canelo's training began fueled by this animosity. It's very different from his first fight, as there appears to be much more motivation this time, after Crawford provoked him. As shown in his training footage, he plans to bring his best weapons and techniques. Consequently, Crawford had a strange reaction on social media. For the first time, fans sensed fear from Terence Crawford. "I'm ready for whatever he brings. I see what he's doing. Bravo," one fan commented. Amir Khan has already warned Crawford about facing Canelo. While the American remains confident in his ability to complete the task, he admitted that two aspects of his opponent's style worrying him. Canelo has built a reputation over the years for his powerful punches.
Canelo got a great resume. You know, I'm not going to take it away from him. He's fought a lot of great champions, but, you know, at the age that he fought him in, you know, you know, they was already on a decline, some of them, you know, and when he didn't, you know, you see what happened. You know, he fought Laura, you know, and I thought Laura beat him, you know. He fought, you know.
The Mexican has won more than half of his fights by knockout. While Crawford is unconcerned about facing him, Canelo's power and size could pose problems, he told TMZ Sports in September 2024. "This fight is huge. Definitely a top-tier clash between 154 and 168-pound fighters. I know Canelo is bigger than me, but I'm ready for the fight. I believe it's a very interesting matchup." In a recent interview with Carl Frock, Crawford was asked if he thought the Mexican champion had passed his prime. His answer left no doubt. "I wouldn't say that. I just feel it takes certain heroes to inspire other fighters, like waking a sleeping monster." Crawford elaborated.
What happened? He fought Bivol when he went up and tried to be great like I'm doing, and you know, he came up short. You know, when he fought my boy from Texas, you know, they gave him problems, but you know, it is what it is. I got the style, I got the skills, I got the heart, and I'm not gonna sit around and, you know,
I love that. Beautiful. It's nice to give back, especially to somebody like you, because the inspiration's just unbelievable.
Definitely, especially being from Omaha, Nebraska, and being the only successful boxer that made it from Omaha, that still lives in Omaha. I give so many people in Omaha hope and the drive that they can do the same thing. I'm motivation.
The fights he's been in, he's just like, oh, these guys, but I think knowing that I'm the Kell Brook of fighters motivates him to rise to the occasion. I want to fight the best. Canelo Alvarez. The boxing champion returned from press conferences on Sunday and rested Monday before heading to the gym Tuesday morning. Canelo Alvarez was seen pounding pads, hitting bags, and training to be in peak shape for his fight in 2 months. Most importantly, Canelo was spotted training with a sparring partner to improve his defense, offense, and footwork. His goal is to do light work to maintain his physique before returning to more intense training sessions. Another reason for this approach is that Terence Crawford has had a smooth preparation since January, while Canelo had a tough time with William Skull. Thus, it's an effort to make up for lost training time. Let's go, champion. Crawford will be knocked out and left in his own blood. One fan posted in the comments, Canelo also has an incredible work ethic. Another source said, only a true love for the sport creates a man who has achieved everything and continues to push himself. Canelo Alvarez is a worthy legend. Young fighters can learn from him. A third added, boxing was tired of cards like Fatal Fury in Times Square, so we changed things up with Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. What a time to be alive, one wrote. Terence Crawford can add all the weight he wants, but Canelo is Canelo for a reason. Prepare for the big show, can't wait. Despite the clear weight disadvantage, Canelo knows he faces the toughest test of his career when Crawford moves up to weight classes to challenge him in the 168 pounds division later this year. For this reason, he started training early to be physically and mentally ready to face the first undisputed world champion in a different weight division since the four-belt era. Canelo has developed new training methods to adapt to Crawford's in-ring movement, boxing skills, and counterpunching. He's been training hard to avoid a third career loss, which would mean losing all his belts and possibly ending his reign of world supremacy. When asked why he continues boxing despite his achievements, Canelo said, I enjoy fighting.
Your motivation, you're on weight, you're one of the best fighters in history, but you're very successful. You don't have to work hard. You could retire today if you wanted to.
I love boxing. I love boxing and I love being fighting. So that's why I'm here.
While this dedication is genuine, many Canelo fans would prefer he retire gracefully as a champion rather than suffer a humiliating loss to a lower-weight boxer. Canelo is unlikely to make major changes at this point, as he's had tremendous success doing things his way. One sensible move for the 168-lb champion and his team was changing his training camp location for his pay-per-view title defense against Terence Crawford on September 12th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Alvarez has been training at Lake Tahoe, California, at about 6,000 feet elevation. Previously, his camps were in San Diego at sea level. We always prepare 100%, no matter where we are, he said, after a public workout on Wednesday. It was strange being here at first. I couldn't breathe properly, but today I feel much better. I found a place that makes me happy and stronger. I enjoy being here at Lake Tahoe because I'm fully focused. It's just me and my friends, all concentrating on the fight. It makes me feel ready. He's optimistic about this tough matchup because he's in excellent shape. The Mexican star blamed past struggles on injuries, including a painful left wrist that required surgery late last year, as well as losses to Dmitry Bivol and a lackluster victory over Gennady Golovkin. His wrist is now fully healed, allowing unlimited training. I feel great, he said. This will be one of the best camps I've ever had. It's amazing to train fully with my left hand now. That's given me more confidence. When you train healthy, you feel confident in the fight. Alvarez says when he faces Terence Bud Crawford, he'll look like the dominant boxer he was before.
Desde muy temprano hay que salirnos de nuestra zona de comodidad. Para empezar.
Canelo isn't one to enjoy taunts and trash talk, but some opponents love pushing his buttons. Caleb Plant did a great job of provoking Alvarez ahead of their November 2021 showdown, taunting him at every chance and even engaging in a physical fight during a news conference. The same was true for Edgar Berlanga. After their initial rounds, both lost their undefeated records, while Plant and Berlanga suffered humiliating defeats. Billy Joe Saunders was both physically and mentally humiliated. For years, Saunders mocked Alvarez, attacking him verbally and questioning his in-ring skills.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them, and ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. Come fight night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise
but look, it's gonna be very difficult.
When they finally fought, Alvarez showed no mercy, defeating Saunders in round 8 and causing a shattered orbital bone. Years later, his animosity with Saunders has naturally lessened, but his feud with Terence Crawford has only just begun. On September 13th, the two will officially clash, with Alvarez defending his undisputed super middleweight titles once again. While Crawford seeks fame in another weight class, their relationship was initially cordial, not friendly, but respectful. Since then, things have changed. Crawford has become very bold toward Alvarez, both in actions and words. Alvarez says the cordial phase has turned to disdain. Although Crawford is among the best fighters in boxing history, Alvarez plans to deliver a brutal and violent beating. Watch the Saunders fight, Alvarez told a reporter from Fight Hub TV. He irritated me then. It'll be almost the same. Some pundits doubt Crawford's ability to perform well at super middleweight, partly due to his recent points win over Israel Adesanya at super welterweight, which lacked the dominating performance expected. It's tough for boxing fans because they know Harper can beat Canelo easily. They're going to fight simply. You just need to know how to fight to take down Crawford. Despite these doubts, the hypothetical fight between Canelo and Crawford has excited boxing fans. The blend of strength, speed, skill, and charisma promises a spectacular showdown. Canelo won on Cinco de Mayo weekend as usual, but it was a setback for boxing fans. Skull, like many before him, wasn't ready for this special challenge and was unwilling to fully engage, as the champion appeared content to coast. Not all is doom and gloom, though there's light at the tunnel's end. Given Canelo's recent lackluster fights, his next opponent might bring back the Canelo fans know and love. Enter Terence Crawford. Canelo's career has long been defined by big money fights against lesser opponents. Saturday's fight was no exception, but Boxing News suggests a competitive bout where Canelo won't glide through.
The push, tell me a little bit about that. Did things get a little bit personal now?
Yeah, a little bit more personal because, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turkey Alashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walking me back, and that's why I pushed him. And
Terence Bud Crawford, former undisputed welterweight and junior welterweight champion, will be Canelo's biggest challenge since Dimitri Bivol, possibly his toughest yet. We must respect Turki Alashik, who announced that on September 12th, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas will host the long-awaited super fight in front of 60,000 boxing fans. Sure, Canelo versus Crawford wasn't a secret, but having an official announcement with a date and place couldn't have come at a better time. After a week of inspiring fights, Canelo, who was in the ring just feet from Crawford, responded humbly to the news, "Sorry, this is my first time, and I'm just trying to put on a good fight. I apologize." Asked what message he has for future opponents, obviously not Crawford, he said, "That attitude is just wanting to survive the distance. That's an average mind, a substandard intellect, since they only come to survive, not to go all 12 rounds. You must fight hard both here and there and put on a great show. You understand what I mean? Crawford is one of the best, and Canelo enjoys sharing the ring with athletes like him. For now, it seems both men will handle this professionally." Crawford responded in the ring, "I feel blessed. Everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason I'm here. In September, I'll show the world what greatness looks like." Meanwhile, perhaps the most surprising boxing rumor after the announcement was that UFC CEO Dana White will lead the Canelo Crawford promotion.